Hello everyone, my name is Madhuri Katreskar and today I want to talk about the what is polymorphism. Firstly, we seeing the polymorphism means polymorphism is a pillars of object OOPS concept. OOPS is object oriented programming system. This OOPS concept has a mainly many pillars such as class, objects, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation such as this pillars is firstly this pillars in which we seeing the polymorphism. Firstly, we seeing the what is polymorphism. Polymorphism is mainly a Greek words. Poly means many or morphism means forms. They have many forms such as this example is a person. Person has many identities such as this person is such as girls. Girls has a which is girls. They are such sisters, mothers, um, sister, mother, etc. And this we seeing the this polymorphism has mainly two types: this method overloading and method overriding. These are firstly being it allows the different classes and class A to treat it as objects or common superclass through the uniform interfaces. At runtime, an appropriate method is used and invoke is based of actual type of objects. And this result is this polymorphism is a flexibility, maintainability, stability, modularity, etc. This method overloading as a multiple, they have the same name but different parameter. These are also called as method overloading, such as same name as a we use the plus sign. These are also used in string. These are concat two strings and also addition of two integer numbers. These are also example of the method overloading. Method overloading in which the compiler determines the method 2 based on the number of types or the arguments passed to it. This operator overloading method allows the same operator behave differently based on the operands. Then second type in this method overloading also known as the static binding or the early binding. Then second type is the method overriding. This method overriding also known as the dynamic binding or the lead binding. The method overriding is the method overriding subclasses provided to a specific implementation of method overriding, or the early binding is the superclass. This method overriding has the same name or same parameter, such as they have the method overriding in which the same name or same parameter is also known as method overriding. This method overriding is method overriding also follows the used by inheritance. They have the one superclass or one subclass. And that subclass accessing the all properties of the superclass. That's also known as inheritance. And this polymorphism has mainly advantage and disadvantage, such as the code reusability, simplifies code maintenance, and promote the flexibility and scalability in software system. It facilitates the implementation of design principles and such as the inheritance, encapsulation, and abstraction, leading to the more modular and extensible code bases. Firstly, we seeing the code reusability. The code reusability in which the polymorphism allows method to be defined in the superclass or overriding in subclasses. It promotes code's reuse as the same method can be used to across different classes with the different implementation. The second is the flexibility and extensibility. Polymorphism allows for the creation of flexible and extensible code bases. New subclasses can be added within the modifying existing code as long as they are adhere to the superclass interface. Then third is the modularity. Modularity polymorphism promotes the modularity by separating the concern or encapsulating behavior within the object. Each class can focus on its own functionality without being tightly and other classes being the tightly and other compile the other classes. Then the maintainability. Then maintainability in which the because of the polymorphism encourages the code reuse and modularity. It often leads more maintainable and the code changes the to the classes. Implementation can propagate to all subclasses and without requiring modification in multiple um, places. Then simplification of code. Polymorphism can simply code the providing uniform interfaces and interacting with the objects of different classes. Then it can be code more readable and easier to understand. This disadvantage is mainly the complexity. While polymorphism can be make code more flexible and extensible, it is also introduced to the complexity, especially in large code base with multiple levels of inheritance and overriding the methods. Understanding the flow of execution and which method will be called the runtime and can be challenging for performance over a dynamic flow of execution and which method will be called as runtime, and this which is used to achieve the runtime polymorphism may incur slightly performance overhead and compared to the static method calls, and this overriding is usually negligible but it can be concern performance. These are also the disadvantage of the polymorphism. That's all about the polymorphism. Thank you so much. You are listening my video. Thank you so much.